doing? How we doing? Welcome to the Freakin podcast, episode 6. We're here with Matt. I'm Neiko.
I'm Caleb.
This is
The Freakin podcast.
All right, so first guest on today. Really excited. Brought our boy on, Matt. So, he'll be telling us a little bit about himself, and then of course how we met him and whatnot. But he's moving to Vietnam, so pretty cool. But of course he has much more to offer in his story.
What's your topic today?
Since he's moving to Vietnam, taking a big risk, I think it's important to talk about taking a risk, what it means to be a man. In that sense, I feel like a lot of men have basically lost like their purpose of like conquering, going to explore new things, kind of taking risk in general. So I think it's a good topic to discuss in this episode.
Yeah, so tell us about yourself. Like, where you from? What you do? What's your background? And then kind of like what led to.
All right, I guess.
You going to
No,
Vietnam?
I'm from I was born in Pennsylvania, raised here in Texas most of my life. I joined the military fresh out of high school. Only 2 weeks after graduating high school, I was in the military. I was in boot camp, ready to go. I did 4.5 years in the Navy. It was a great 4 years. Once I done with the 4 years, though, we went right into power line school. That's where I went to Oklahoma. I went to Oklahoma for about a year and a half, the Okmulgee area. It was awesome. Great.
That's where I was born.
Great. Okmulgee areas are awesome, man. Like, the great fishing, like Lake Okmulgee, great fishing area. We go out there all the time. But went there for about a year, did power lines. Wasn't for me, man. Like, finding out that, the pole shakes when you're 40 feet in the air, and I'm a heavy set guy, and so, I have the irrational fear that the pole's going to snap like a twig, and so I cut it quits there at a year and had one more year left after that. And then after that, I came back down here to Texas, where my family's at, and, something's closer to home, so they're easier for me. But now I've been here for about 2 years after my lineman school and all that stuff, and I figured that it's time for me to leave. Try something different, man. I want to try and get out of my comfort zone, I guess you'd say, So we're breaking that box open.
So what like pulled you why Vietnam, not like Thailand or South America or anything like that yet?
Yeah, no, it's good. Vietnam's a good start, I think. It's really Southeast Asia, right? So farthest right besides a different island. So we'll go. I'm gonna travel a little bit from Vietnam, maybe over to Cambodia, Laos a little bit, and then Thailand, and then maybe work my way down to the Philippines and Indonesia and all that stuff. So it's like it really is a traveling pattern where to start. And so I figured Vietnam would be easy to start and loop around. I think they call it like a pancake banana trail or something like that, or something weird like that. They call it when you visit Southeast Asia.
I see that.
So yeah, I'll be doing that, and then Vietnam was different though. Vietnam's relatively cheap enough where I can afford to live there long term with my income as it is, and I have 1 more year left at business school. And so once I'm done with business school, I have my degree in business administration, and then hopefully with that I can stay out there even longer with an American job, working remote. Best case scenario. So going forward, just me living life out there in Vietnam, just exploring, not really stressing about life too much here.
You're taking your weenie?
I'm taking my little wiener dog. Yeah, my little wiener dog, Minzy. She's awesome, man. She's 11 pounds, man. It scares me. She was actually the hardest part about this whole trip was figuring out how to get her to go, because me, it's easy. All I need is a passport, my visa, and a place to stay, and a plane ticket, but it's super easy for me. Her, she had to get her health certificate. She had to get her rabies shot. She had to get X, Y, Z. I had to get her flight itinerary. I had to get everything, man. She's loaded up. I probably spent a good, little fortune on her just to get her out there. But she's gonna be fun, man. Honestly, I'm doing it alone, but with my dog, take a little bit of that pressure off. So with my dog, it's gonna be amazing.
You don't think you like a doggy passport?
Yeah, the little doggy passport, man. She had a lot. I bought a duffel bag for her, because she had to go in the carrier before she flies, and she has to be 15 pounds. Like the dog and the carrier, my little dog and the carrier has to be 15 pounds. She's 11 pounder now, and the carrier's like 2 to 3. So I'm like pushing that 15 pound weight limit. So I was kind of like nervous. Like I'm gonna go to TSA. They're like, sorry, you can't go to Vietnam because your dog's too much. Well, ways too. That'd be a sad day right there. But yeah, bringing her out there, but she'd be a lot of fun though. I don't think she don't know what's gonna happen though. She'd be sitting on a plane, drugged up. That's not bad. She'd be sitting on a plane though, just buzzed out of her mind and having a good time, for 14 hours. So yeah, a good time with her.
Wait, so are you going straight to Vietnam with her?
No, we're doing. Yes, it's pretty much straight over. So we're going from here to DFW to Incheon, Korea, I think it is, the airport, and then going from Korea to Vietnam. So we got a 14 and a half hour flight from here to Korea, and then 4.5 from Korea to Vietnam itself. So it's be a pretty straightforward flight to over there.
And then you say you're just like Airbnb and then.
Yeah, so the first 2 weeks, I found this out was with reading people's blogs like that. Is the first 2 weeks, I bought an Airbnb for the first 2 weeks, and then during the first 2 weeks, I'm gonna be apartment shopping and looking for places to live while I'm over there and see what area fits me best. Because there's a bunch of different areas over there, like the expat community, where a bunch of foreigners that makes the price of living in that area more expensive than others. And so I'm trying to go for the cheaper side, not the cheapest side, but the cheaper side of the expat area. So I'm gonna live right there in the outskirts. I don't need to be within the city center.
Sorry, which city?
The city center, like just the center of the city.
In Da Nang?
Yeah, in Da Nang. Yeah, Da Nang, Vietnam. Yeah.
So you got an apartment there, right?
Yeah, no, it's just an Airbnb for 2 weeks. It was actually a lot pricier. It's actually pricier than I want to spend for the whole month. It was like $350 for the Airbnb for 2 weeks. It's a nice Airbnb, but it's like doesn't sound bad. But once you go into it, it's like, well, $300 will get you a whole month at a different place with the same quality, of housing. So 2 weeks out there first, and then after that, there's no plans. There's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of tourist stuff to do in Da Nang, or even Vietnam in general. But like, I'm not in a rush to do it now that I live out there, and so I don't have a week to cram, a year's worth of Vietnam into it. So no time.
So like, I don't know, like before you went, how'd you tell your family and stuff like that? I'm just gonna go travel for a year.
Dude, I have a big family. I have 7 brothers and sisters and the parents, right? And so they're already like stressing out that now I'm gonna be worried that that I'm leaving. They all live in the DFW areas too, so it's convenient. But it's just scary for them because they're obviously I'm taking a risk that they aren't used to themselves, So.
And they never traveled or anything, or
some of them have been to like China, but like it was like for like a one, what do you call it? For school where they do travel abroad for learning abroad. And so they did come to China, but that's only siblings went abroad besides me. My military career went to Guam, which isn't too crazy far off from, Vietnam itself by, a day's trip. Yeah. But I've traveled a little more traveling than my family did, especially to this extent. My family's on vacations places, maybe been to Belgium, stuff like that. They've been to areas, but only for like a week or two, nothing too crazy, whereas like actually moving to a different place. So they're all pretty nervous about me leaving. But once I come back, I don't know when I'll come back, but just with me leaving, my mom's panic. My mom's in full panic mode every day. I get like 15 messages about Vietnam and how it's dangerous. So it's really put my family on edge. But I think it's good though. It's healthy because with the breaking that connection off of being scared that my family's not going to survive while I'm gone, which is totally irrational. They're going to be just fine with me gone. But that was the biggest thing of me picking and leaving. Actually taking a step forward to leaving. Because me being scared of my family not being able to survive while I'm gone is totally not right. Like, they'd be just fine. They all got jobs. They all got their own things going on. They're all healthy. So me thinking that they couldn't survive without me was, like, my own, like, mental block from leaving. And so I finally got over that barrier to where now I'm able to, like, okay, my family will be fine. I'll be fine. They're gonna understand that, me being gone for a little bit of time is nothing crazy out of the normal after a while.
Yeah. Do you got like any brothers or just sisters?
I have three sisters and four brothers. Yeah, 4 brothers, 3 sisters. So yeah, there's a lot. Yes, I don't know the birthdays. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know like 1 or 2 of their birthdays, but there's a lot of them in there, man. After being with them for so long, I still remember them.
You're the youngest, oldest, or like?
No, I'm the 4th child out of 8. So yeah, I got grew up bigger. I'm the biggest in the family as well.
You're the oldest?
No, I'm the 4th out of 8. Oh. Yeah, but I grew up the biggest. So I think at like 8th grade, 9th grade, I was taller than my dad. So at 8 kids, you go cheap, man. You gotta go cheap on the food. You gotta go cheap on the clothes sometimes. So hand-me-downs were a thing. Luckily, again, 8th grade, I got bigger than everybody in my family. So I got the new clothes, and then they got the hand-me-downs, which is like awesome to me. Well, my dad kind of fed that though. My dad wanted me to be in Texas. My dad's from Texas, so I moved down here to Texas, and my dad's big football. And I'm a big fella as well. I think in 2nd grade, I was like 120 pounds in 2nd grade. So Pee Wee football, I was already ineligible to hold the ball, which sucked. But my dad's like, okay, well, you're just too big, so we're going to get you bigger. And then you do a lineman position. And so through high school, through middle school, everything, I did lineman positions. And so my dad was big in feeding me. My dad loved feeding me, man. Like I was eating like steaks and eggs and all this stuff. I was like his prodigy, like his little project car, like that's my dad. But he ate great. And if I ever messed up on the football field, he'd be like, okay, well, you don't get 2 sacks in today or whatever. It could be 2 tackles, 2 good blocks, whatever. green bean soup, man. You can have green beans, you can have peas, you eat all the stuff you don't like. That's what we're having for dinner that night. And so, he's like, oh, you did bad. Well, you're going to push this car up the road, in neutral. So, you're going to get better. You're going to learn from your experiences. You're going to get better. And so, I was pretty healthy, pretty hefty, when my senior year. I was pretty set up for it. But, yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Actually, when I went to the military, it was, I was weighing right around 242 end of my senior year. It's kind of small for linemen, but, big enough. But I was in boot camp for about 7 weeks. We had a push division, so we got out faster. And I was eating healthy and doing cardio and getting beat, in and out all the time. And so with that being said, 7 weeks in boot camp, I lost 30 pounds. I went in 242, came out 212, which was funny enough, though, because after I got out, I was still considered overweight. Even though I've never seen myself that fit before, I was running a mile in like 6:30 time. Like, it was just crazy. And then, man, you're still fat. We're still gonna tape you, make sure you weigh. You're actually what you are. And so my whole military career, I always weighed above 209, which is like their standard for someone that's 6'2". And so it's just I always felt fat.
Yeah. What do you weigh now?
I weigh 260 now. I'm a big fella now. I came back from the military and I found all these delicious foods like In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A. It's a little bit of survival food that I didn't have when I was in Guam. I think Guam that had cool. Sorry, they cut you off. They have Guam. They have different kind of like food. Like they adapt to the culture they're in. And it's like Wendy's. Wendy's, you don't have much. We had Spam and eggs at Wendy's in Guam. It was awesome. I loved it. It was amazing. One thing I didn't try they had was they had spaghetti at Wendy's. So Wendy's is the only one I realized they did something different. But Wendy's, they had spaghetti. I'm like,
it's kind of like Filipino.
Yeah, it's like, Jollibee and stuff like that. I'm like, who's going to eat spaghetti at Wendy's? Like, who trusts that? I barely trust the chili, but, But yeah, it's cool to see that over there as well.
Yeah, that's how big you are. Because remember, you came to jiu-jitsu, you're still doing like cartwheels and stuff.
Yeah, no. I was in high school, so I was cartwheels. I was starting to do. I wanted to learn how to do a backflip. Right at 240, that's a pretty big fella doing a backflip would be cool. So we won a football game. I wanted to do something to celebrate. So I was like, okay, I'll learn how to do a backflip. And so I remember as a kid, probably like 16, 17 years old, I'd sit out there I'd throw my mattress, my own mattress out in the yard. And I'd just sit there doing trying to learn backflips. I almost probably broke my neck several times, because it just didn't land it right. Or the commitment. The biggest thing is the commitment. People will fear the sense of falling back, and so the commitment to the actual backflip is terrifying. But I can do a front handspring now, though, at least. I can't do a backflip necessarily, but I can do a front handspring instead. So, yeah.
What position did you play in football?
I played offensive line, which was guard, and then I played defensive tackle. So those two positions there. I was never fast enough for tight end. I was, pretty.
But you never wanted to play in college?
No, I never had an ambition to play college. I knew I was in the military after high school. And yeah, college our school wasn't the best. So I already knew we weren't getting, college recruits coming to our school. So it was just there to play.
What was the school?
Fun. Huh?
What was the school?
Joshua High School here in Texas.
Oh yeah, it's a little further out in the country.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was still a 5A school, but it wasn't like.
But you're next to all the big schools.
No, I don't think anybody in the last 10 years of our school went to college. If they did, they went to a different school and then they went to college. So like,
was that already when they had 6A, or was that 5A was still the biggest?
No, they had 6A. We played against Alito. And if you don't know Alito is like...
Yeah, Alito's good.
Animals.
But they used to be really good.
Well, I've actually been humbled one time in my entire football career as I was from Alito school. I was playing football. I was doing a kickoff return. And I'm going back to, guard the guys holding the ball. And I turn around and I get... Blindsided with a knee in the chest, dude. Like a gazelle, dude. Like, I ran into a gazelle, dude. I'm on the ground, like, breathing heavy because I can't breathe. And I'm just like, as a 6'4", dude, that weighs 210 pounds, it's railroaded me. I turn around, and then boom, on the ground. It's like, whoa, what just happened? I started seeing things, started like, wow. It was crazy humbling, though. I've never been sat down like that before. I'm a big fella, so being sat down as a big fella is like, holy crap, man. Like, unexpected for sure. But yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, one time when I was playing, the same thing happened to one of my big friends. He was like 6'6", and then we're on kickoff, and then he just gets blindsided, and I'm like, I've never seen someone that big get like lifted off their feet.
Yeah.
And I'm little, so then I look to my side and I'm like all nervous, thinking I'm gonna get blindsided. But
yeah, it's a fear.
When you see a big guy getting lifted off his feet, it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, offensive line, defensive line, we celebrate every time we get someone on the ground. Like we celebrate pancaking them. Yeah, pancaking them. So it was a great feeling. But when it's done to you, man, you're like, holy crap, that's not a fun feeling anymore. And so that was football with me. I knew I was going anywhere with it though. So I knew military after high school was the route for me. And so I picked.
I had a few friends that did the same thing. I mean, I feel like if you're already in football, especially Texas football, like the military is not that bad because it's so militant in Texas football.
Yeah, they still set on sending you for 10 seconds or 15 seconds, which is like the length of most plays. And so they're like, okay, go 10 seconds, go 15 seconds, and then reset. But in the military, you do like I've never been a big runner. So my first run time in the military was terrible. I barely passed the PRT in the military because like my running was just not it. I always go 10 seconds on and then stop. So my first mile and a half, I think in the military was like 12:10, which is like 5 seconds before they fail you. And so I had to get that better. And so with the whole background, just going 10 seconds, where I had to actually endurance run, I finally got my run down to like a 10:30 mile and a half time, which is like a 7 minutes maybe 7:45 7. Yeah, it took me a while to get there, but
that's still pretty good though for a big guy.
Yeah, I'll never get there again. I don't want to get there again, man. I've never been a big fan of running.
Conditioning.
Yeah, man, I've never been a big fan of running. It's just not fun to me. Like my brother was a runner in high school. He ran like a 5-minute mile and a half.
Damn.
Not mile and a half. Sorry, 5-minute mile.
Wow.
Sorry, yeah. But he was really good at running, man.
Good,
that was a forte. I just never built for it. My dad conditioned me to be a football player. He was conditioned to be a runner.
In the trenches.
So. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, football was crazy. It's fun. I told him back when we were kids, it was so hot that he'd be doing the bear crawls on the field. And
I was good at bear crawls. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was good. I got smoked so many times. I was running, dude. I was running at bear crawls, dude. I was so good at it.
When it was dry, you get all the stickers in your hand.
Oh yeah, we get stickers on your field. Sorry, no.
We
had stickers in our field.
Then they would make us do like these dumb little rolls, and then you get dust in your face.
Yeah, they built a hill for us. So they
literally
built a hill for us to run up and down. So they bought out like bulldozers and a whole team of people to come out there and excavate this area, or elevate this area. And man, it was like, I don't know, 50 yards long, and it was just straight up. It was terrifying. It was pitiful, and we sit there running the hills all day long. We're in Texas, we're flat, so they don't have hills out here. They built one for us. Yeah, every lineman's like worst nightmare was the hills. Every like non-special teams, we hated that.
Hey, so like for me and Caleb, training is a big cornerstone in our life. Do you think you're gonna go start training out there?
Maybe I gotta find something to fill the time because
lifting or something.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that because I got a lot of free time. Like people always say they don't have time to do things. Well, I'm gonna have more than enough time to do something. I'm not gonna be working necessarily, so I gotta fill that void with working out or going to do something Muay Thai, whatever I can find.
Little run club.
Yeah, literally anything. I'm not opposed to anything at this point, besides that. But no, I'm not opposed to anything. I want to try some stuff out. Maybe fix motorcycles while I'm out there. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
because I'm a big fan of like fixing small engines as it is.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if I was able to fix repairs on their little bikes over there, it'd be cool. So.
Yeah, you probably get along with a lot of people if you learn how to do it.
Yeah. I mean, go-to guy for that. Yeah, I just always had an aptitude for that. My dad was a general contractor for umpteen years. I grew up, as his right-hand man, and so having the ability to fix things has always been my, my bread and butter. And so even now I fix small engines, which go-karts and 4-wheelers and all that stuff like that. So that's already a good transition. I think it's a good life skill to have in the first place, which I was very lucky to have growing up. My dad was a handy, capable person as it was. Very blessed in that regard.
Hey, so how do you do you have any advice? Because you don't know Vietnamese, right?
No, I don't know Vietnamese. I don't know if there's a real. I don't know if I'll be there long enough to really want to learn Vietnamese.
Yeah. How'd you feel when you were in Malaysia?
Malaysia's different because Malaysia's like a super easy language. Like you can learn in 5 months.
Yeah.
Dang. You feel like it was hard to live there, not knowing the language?
No, because some places like Malaysia or like Philippines, Singapore, they already speak a lot of English. Like there's expats, they live there their whole lives. Like even when I lived in Penang, there's guys who were in the British military back when the British still rolled over Malaysia, and they've lived there their whole lives. They're retired there.
Yeah.
Never learned Malay.
That's cool. That's not needed. I mean, like you said, Philippines, I think 70% of them, or 75% of them roughly speak English. So it's unless you go to a rural town, or a rural area.
I've been to those places. You still have a handful of people speak English, but you have a lot more people that don't speak Filipino. They speak a rural dialect or something like that. But they're still the friendliest people. They still make friends super easy.
Yeah, they're hospitable, man. They love foreigners. They love meeting new people. They love, language exchanges. You know, they want to learn a little bit English. They'll come to you, speak a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
Vietnamese. And
Vietnamese are big on that because like people just come up to like want to learn English. I had some
Yeah.
friends that went over there for doing stuff like that. And it's easy visa sometimes too. I met these guys from like France and Spain, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna go teach English, how to say Apple car,
Right.
stuff
right.
like that, just so we can stay in Vietnam for an extra 3 months.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing though. 'Cause I'm looking at that myself and like teaching over there. Obviously, I'm gonna be going on a tourist visa for a little bit to try it out. But if you just teach English, like you know how to want to teach English, not just because you want it for to stay there longer, but if you actually want to teach English, they'll hire you and they'll give you a work visa for it too. And so it's obviously a good thing. 'Cause no one wants one that doesn't care to teach their kid language. They want someone that's willing to teach their kid a language. So
Yeah.
you can't just go in with that mindset of like, I'm gonna go there just for my benefit versus the people you're actually teaching their benefit.
Yeah, I mean, even like really these odd jobs that they would have like on some of these like travel nomad postings or whatever, and sometimes they offer like free accommodation. Like if you teach my kids English, so I remember this girl from she's UK, but her family was Spanish from Spain, and then she was in Colombia and she was staying on like San Andreas Island or something like that with like a family for 3 weeks, and she's just teaching English for 3 weeks with their kids for
Yeah,
free stay.
that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, the turnaround on that's pretty good. Yeah, we don't see how valuable English is over here because obviously we're surrounded by everybody that speaks English. As soon as you go abroad, man, they don't. English is like the what do you call it? The key language. to
Lingua
business
franca.
skills. It's so important English. How it's so crazy how important English is to others that we don't perceive it as that. So we're very blessed, just being raised here in America, learning English as our native tongue. So
I mean, even all like the expats, internationals, like everyone communicates for the most part in English, except the French sometimes. But
yeah, the French. Yeah, all good though. I mean, we got good. We have blessed with our English versus like British English. Actually, I don't want those shots out there. Never mind. Never mind.
Hey, so no Vietnamese at all, though?
I might learn obviously little key phrases here and there, but I don't think enough to fully engulf it in my daily life is that important.
have you looked at anything for like culture or whatever? Vietnam?
The area I'm going to is kind of tourist heavy too, so I guess as of right now, no culture wise. I'd like to see that. That's one of the reasons I want to go out there is I want to see the culture, what they have to to kind of offer.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna stay a while, honestly, like so, like me and Nico are going to Japan for like 2.5 weeks, so there's like a lot more planning because like your time's more crunch. But like if you're going to like live somewhere, I think it's more just like the mindset.
Yeah, my thing right now is just getting out there. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know they have like holidays like that. It's big for them. But I mean, I haven't even got there yet, so I'm not gonna worry about the holidays or their culture they have. I haven't even seen it firsthand. I can look at a video, but that video doesn't do it justice to what it feels like and the environment it is.
Yeah, I don't know what the holidays are like there. Like when I lived in Malaysia, there was like always a holiday. It has like I think the second most holidays. There's like 100 holidays in a year.
Oh my gosh.
You have like all the Muslim holidays, all the Catholic Christian holidays, all the Buddhist holidays, all the Hindu holidays, and then like every time a governor's birthday happened, there was a holiday.
Dude,
The king's
it's just
birthday, there's a
party.
holiday, and it's like one of the kings. There's just like 13 kings for like every state or something like
Oh,
that.
Malaysia. Yeah.
I don't remember the exact number, but something like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of partying.
Yeah,
Party
it's
out to the
like
third
I feel
day.
like they don't work like a third of the year.
Yeah, yeah. That's the cool thing too, though. Is the culture shock on that too is that they don't work. In America, we work hard. We work really hard. We're doing 40 hours a week, which is a little obsessive. That's a third of our life, and we keep going on
Yeah.
that forever. Different cultures like Iraq. Everybody's from Iraq, and he's like, you work like 20 hours a week, maybe, and it's not like hard 20 hours. It's like, okay, we're gonna work an hour, take a break, and then we're gonna work another hour. It's like he told me, he's like, dude, American construction in one day does more than they do in a week, which is insane because that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of work we do in a day, but it takes them a whole week to do that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Their culture and their lifestyle is way different than ours. Ours is very hustle and go, paycheck to paycheck, and theirs is like, hey man, I'm having a good day today, and it's because I'm not stressed about work. I'm not bringing work home with me every day. So yeah, it's a good environment, I think.
I mean, that's probably a reason why you want to move over there, kind of take a step back.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons I want to go out there, man. That it's just I want to travel. I want to travel in general, and so Vietnam, I think, is a good like gateway into that world of traveling. And I'll be able to see firsthand of like, oh, where do I need to go for like my phone sims, or where I need to go to get basic needs like groceries or toiletries or whatever it could be, But I think that's a good start because later on when I do my degree, I have more money coming in from my work, whatever it could be at the time. I can do more extensive, places I can choose like Switzerland or Germany or something like that. That's cost a little more than what I'm doing right now in Southeast Asia because Southeast Asia is cheaper than some places, but like Germany and stuff like that. Like some of the other cool European places you can go to are costly, and so this is a good like entry into Vietnam. So I think that's how I perceive it.
Yeah. What kind of gave you the travel bug? But
What gave it to me?
yeah,
There's a lot of things. You were a big help in that because being able to pick your brain from where your travels in Malaysia was huge. I knew I wanted to leave though because I knew with everything that I have back in here right now, I had the opportunity to go and about and do things. And so just there's a lot of things that really fit into it. But those are the main ones. Being able to talk to someone that's done it before kind of kept me on pace. So you kept me on pace with going to Vietnam.
yeah,
But the idea of leaving was just in the back of my head for a while. It's just like, hey, I don't want to sit here and go through the same ocean. And then I talked to a lot of people. Talked to a lot of older people, and they're like, yeah, man, I wish I traveled more. And I wish I hang out with my family more. Well, I don't have a family just yet, but I do have that capability of traveling, and so traveling is my go-to focus right now.
I mean, it's not like if you're 80, if like you're gonna go back and say like, what risk would I take again to be like work more?
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want. We call it in my family is what I shoulda, coulda. I don't want to wish I did something. I could have done that, or I could have did this, or I should have done that. I don't want that. I don't want that fear lingering over me the rest of my life. I want to be happy with my decision to make today that will affect me later on. Because I know 20, 30 years down the road, my brothers and sisters might not travel. But then I wish I traveled. I wish I did this. I wish I did that. Then I got married, or then I went to school. Then something's always holding you back. There's never a good time to do something. There's literally never a good time to do something. You just got to make the convenient for yourself. Because there's always something in your life that will stop you from doing something else. Like, oh, okay, well it's raining out today. Well, I can't go to the gym. I can't go for a run because it's raining.
Yeah.
You got a treadmill. You can go to. There's something always. There's never something's always stopping you. You gotta get over that hump. That's all. That's how I see it.
Dang, yeah. Because this guy, same thing. He's trying to get. Well, he's inspiring me to go move next year, maybe to Thailand.
Yeah, man.
Most likely.
Well, it's like what benefits you if you aren't like I'm not married. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have anything. Like, nothing really holding me back besides my family. And I got over that. I got over that border with my family. Because like my family was like, they need me. They don't need me. They're good. They're self-sufficient.
Because I tell them that all the time. I'm like, I don't know. Like that's the biggest thing that's kind of holding me back. Is like, oh, how will my family think? But it's mainly because they never take any big risk like that.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm like Hispanic. A lot of Hispanics kind of play it safe, because obviously it's just like work hard, and then provide for your family. Not really like take any huge risk. So that's definitely something that's in the back of my mind too. But I think, of course, me and Caleb's, our whole thing on this podcast is like what it is to be a man. So I think that's part of being a man is taking those risks and, having faith, obviously, in yourself and in God too, that everything's going to be okay. So
yeah, really putting that faith in God's huge. I'll say that God's changed my life in that regard because when I came back from the military, I wasn't, honestly, 2 years after I came back, even like 24, I'm 26 now. When I was 24, I wasn't even the most God-fearing person as I am now. Like God, putting faith in God alone has been alleviating enough of my stress that I've had.
Yeah.
Like put the worries into God that you worry about here in this world. I don't know. God's definitely changed so many things in the way I've talked to people and how I do things in my life that is beneficial. And that's something I hope that's not corruptible. I'm about to Vietnam or travel because there's in Vietnam and other places like that we don't have the same morals necessarily as people here do. They have prostitution's okay over there. They have red light districts. There's drugs. There's everything you want here in the States. You don't want, but like the things that aren't necessarily easy to attain here in the United States are so much easier to attain over there. You can do over the counter drugs over there. You can do alcohol before you're 21. You can do all these things over there. There's so much freedom, more freedom to have over there. Because there's no self-government or there's no real governing of that kind of stuff. But
that's good. Yeah, I'm really excited for your content too. I'm watching all your videos and stuff, and it's cool that you just started though. I feel like we talked about that when I first met you, and you barely started posting, and now you're posting at least consistently.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
I'm excited to see all the adventures and cool stuff out there. So
yeah, because posting is the really craziest thing. Because like the weird fear that I had with posting I feel like a lot of people have it. It's like, oh, if someone's gonna see it, then I know it's gonna be I'm
Yeah, I think you
That's
posted
the
it.
hardest thing, man. But now you see the content I post, man. It's some random crap. Like
It's funny though.
It's some random things. I'll post those random things. Okay, well, I need to post. Consistency. I need to post out there. And so I'll post something on social media. It's like, oh, it's been my camera roll for 6 years. So I was like, okay, well, I'll post this from 6 years ago. But like that fear, that rationality of like post, like not wanting to post because it's like what other people think. It's just scary. I heard something the other day that was really, really like alleviating. It was like, social media is just what do you call it? Social media is just a lottery you could win, and it's a free entry. So you can put a 6-second entry video in, and then you can win the lottery. It blows up, and then all of a sudden you can have a source of income from posting videos.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's cool.
Like I literally met a guy last night. He's like, he told me he does content. He was like, I was like, what kind of stuff? He's like, it was just brain rot, but I make a lot of money with it. I'm about to like buy a house.
Yeah, it's stupid until it works, and you're like, wow, I wish I should have did that too, because. I'm sure everybody has been successful with it. At one point they were like, getting embarrassed by everybody in their family, like, oh, my son does streaming, or, oh, my son does TikToks. Like, that's kind of embarrassing when you hear it like that.
Well, he wasn't even like proud of it, but he was like, it makes money, and I can just reinvest in something else, and I can drop that at some point.
Yeah. It's not silly until it, I don't know. It's just not silly to think about it like that. Or I guess it is silly to think about it like that, because if you're making money off of it, and you're making it doesn't do you but 10 seconds of damage. I'm doing 10-second video and I'm making $50 on it. That's a good trade. I could work an hour to make $20. They're making 10-second videos to make $50. Like why would you make fun of that? Why is that weird? But I also think today though too is that social media is gonna be the next big thing. I mean, it already is a big thing, but like I think doing it now is investing in yourself later on.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think like in 10 years down the road, social media is gonna be huge.
Yeah, because I followed all those old travel vloggers, and you watch like their old videos, and they have like these old rinky-dink cameras, but just because they like tell a story, now they're like all millionaires and lead expeditions to different countries in the world, things like that.
Yeah, and they all know the production. They know how to set up a camera studio. They know how to do the lighting in their own. If they're vlogging, they know how to do their vlogs. They know how to do all that stuff already. And they had the years and the time to learn and adapt and edit their own stuff. And so that's where I'm at now. And it's really kind of like, what's the word? Putting a lot of weight on me to feel like, oh, I have to have a good video put out every time. You're like, oh, I got to put quality edit. I suck at editing, man. I can't. You see my videos and like how I got to do TikTok edits most of the time. This is to break the ice, like see how TikTok's doing the edits, stuff like that. Or but the big thing now is breaking into a different platform. So I created a new Instagram and a new Facebook page and all that stuff to break into that. Because that's what I'm nervous about. Because I have much more family on Facebook than Instagram or TikTok. So I post on my Facebook page of like a funny video that I find funny, and my family's able to look at it like, oh, that is funny, but like. We're watching you.
Yeah, but it's like to see a story. Like even like over the years I've been traveling, I didn't do so much like that type of content. Like I would just post on like my Instagram stories and just kind of share with friends and stuff back home, so you kind of watch the journey. And it's kind of like I have a few friends that all just like keep up with like everything. It's like they watch like the story of, like my life. It's like a storybook almost, And something about like people is like ontology is like stories and music and things like that are like built into like every culture. Like we all connect to stories. Every culture has stories. Every culture has music. And I was listening to a podcast or something or a video talking about it's like a part of like reality of like you make memories from things in the past, like music. There's a emotional memory connection to things we heard from the beginning. And then there's like the part that you're going through and there's like anticipation, like what's happened next. So like maybe like when you're posting like your content, like we kind of see it, like me and Neiko know you, and we kind of see your beginning stuff, and like I'm about to go to Vietnam. I got my wiener dog in the backpack or whatever, but then we're still following you, and we're seeing like your story kind of progress, and then there's like more connection to it, and so now we're like what's gonna happen next? He's already talking about like I want to see more of your stuff when you get to Vietnam.
Yeah, yeah. That's as a guy coming from a guy's point of view, man, it's hard because I've never been one to film things and take pictures.
So like, that's a guy thing for sure.
Man, like my camera
weird
roll,
at first. It's weird.
My camera roll after having my camera on my phone for however years, I probably have like 3,000 photos on it. And girls will take 1,000 photos in a week. I have 3,000 photos in years, man. I'm just not good at it. So that's the big thing too is taking out. I feel awkward, man. Just pointing my phone and like in the middle of something, going like this. And I feel like this is awkward as it is, because now you're on the other end of it. I didn't ask your permission to film you, but I'm there. But it's such a weird feeling to have that too.
I felt like you said too, right? In Asia, it's more normal, right? People People
especially
are
Southeast
filming
Asia,
everything.
filming everything, pictures with you all the time.
Yeah.
Remember, I was in Indonesia, and I went with a friend. Well, he had a guy who does like tours. So I got connected with that guy. He took me on a trip, like some back country. I was just there, this one part for 2.5 weeks. And we took a little tour to go see like this giant crater lake. And then we went by this gold temple. And then we went to like the volcano. And the volcano has like these hot springs at the bottom.
Mm.
And then so we go into the hot springs. We're hanging out there for a few hours. And I'm just like by myself sitting on like the side or whatever. And there's a whole family, like it's like 20 people. It's like a family vacation, just Indonesians. And they're walking by and they see me there. It's like this white guy. And they all like, one of them just kind of said, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" I was like, "Sure." The whole family of 20 people like comes, like kneels down next to me on the pool. Take a family photo of me, just like no shirt on, like just laying on the side of the hot spring with them, like leaving.
Yeah.
I felt like a dolphin, you know?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's funny to look at it. I always think about, like, now when I film in public is that if I was on a FaceTime call with my sister or something like that, I would do that anyways. And so that kind of helps me with that. So, okay, I just film this, or I can just act like I'm on a Facebook FaceTime call.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, that's good. You're gonna have a lot of cool stuff.
yeah, it'd be a lot of cool. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Really, there's a place right next to Da Nang called Hoi An, and I guess that's the big touristy area. Because there's part of everybody lives in Da Nang, but they go to Hoi An for like all the stuff I see on videos and like TikTok reels. All the stuff you see there is in Hoi An. So I might make a day or a week or a month out of it and just go out down there and do all the touristy stuff and make a lot of content.
Yeah.
And then go from there. But I need to be doing on is filming now, like before I leave. Like, I need to film.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, because that was so bad. I'm looking at it like, well, I bought a bunch of stuff for this thing. I could have showed the process. I bought a shipping container. That's a good little process of, video and stuff. There's a lot of video ideas I could have done that I neglect to do because I hate, like, it's just so much out of the way to open my camera up and then film an angle and then move the camera. To me, it's a burden that I don't need, but I need to get used to. So.
Because you could have, like, already, like, started filming that stuff and then eventually sell, like, once you get a following, sell, like, a guide to, like, oh, you should do this before you leave,
That's a good thought process. Yeah, I like that actually a lot. I should have done that.
I mean, you still have, like, a list, so you could still, like, do that as, like, some sort of digital product or something.
Yeah.
Later down the line.
Yeah, actually, people will do that in Vietnam.
Because people want to buy your information, especially if they like you. So.
Yeah, that is true. Because they can do the same exact thing, the same boat, or if it's not the same exact place, they can still figure out how to use a shipping container for the storage, or they can still how to do.
Yeah, because I never heard anyone do that.
Yeah, use a pet, how to get their pet process and ready to go overseas, like that. So there's a lot of stuff I could have done, but I got very blessed with my pet. My pet and all the veterinarian stuff they had to do was so much. But luckily, I have a sister-in-law that works at the clinic. And so my sister-in-law took my dog for like a week, and she did everything. And so I gave her the other day a gift bag. I was like very happy. I gave her a giant gift bag. I was like, thank you for all the help that it would taken me to do it. Because I was working a lot this last month and a half, 2 months. I was working 6 12-hour shifts, to really bump up the goose egg I had saved up. And so I didn't have any time to do any of the real prepping stuff besides buy stuff with my dog. Man, I have to be gone from work for like probably 10 hours to do all the stuff that was required from the vet. And that's not, to me, that wasn't optional. And so, luckily my sister-in-law was there to take care of that for me. So I gave her a good gift bag for that, to take care of it.
Yeah, it's another thing. The dog, you can film a bunch of content on that, too.
Yeah, Taylor's talking about doing a whole other podcast, or like a whole channel just for my dog. I guess Taylor.
People do that.
He showed me one. Yeah, I follow it now. It's like 500,000 followers of that dog he gave me. I think Taylor's Swift's dog has like 2 million viewers or followers, like that. Her dog's account, like that's. Okay, I understand she's like a giant pop star, but like that's so crazy, Dog lives a better life than we do.
But that'd be cool if you did worked on like the motorcycle shop. You can make content on that too.
Yeah, that's what I actually started originally because I was doing repairs on lawnmowers, and you probably seen on the other day I put a repair on lawnmower. That's actually that's my hobby, like repairing stuff, and so being able to hopefully the mopeds
with
will
the
go into
unks.
The unks, yeah. I like
traveling handyman.
Smoke cigarettes out there, drink beer.
Well, I think I'll be sitting there with the Vietnamese cigarette now.
crouching.
Yeah.
How they do it? They're
squat, dude.
Squat.
Yeah, doing the squat. That was in part time. Yeah. Oh man, be a lot of fun though.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That's awesome. Well, yeah, we're excited for you.
Yeah.
That's sort of like, hey, we gotta have him on before, or at least me. I was like, hey, we gotta have him on before he leaves. We gotta have him on because we don't know when we're gonna see this guy again. Might just
Hopefully
stay out
never,
there.
man. Hopefully never. No,
Probably Asia.
Nah, we'll definitely be out
yeah,
there.
Thailand,
So.
Thailand. I'll be out there in Thailand. I'll visit for sure. I think Thailand would be a fun time. I was actually thinking about that one because I was recently looking at Muay Thai camps that have.
Yeah.
It was like $1,500, $2,000 a month, and you're like it's all inclusive, food, places to sleep, everything like that, and then training included. Like that's not bad. Like as as a Westerner, from America, that's not bad. So $2,000 a month to live and get a benefit out of it like that. That's crazy. Yeah, unfathomable here, man. $2,000 here. $2,000 here, you're barely getting your rent. Just your rent and your utilities, man. That's crazy. 2,000 is over there, and you're getting everything. Your whole month's paid, your food's paid, your training's paid for. That's unfathomable here in the States.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the motivations to move over there. I mean, you could just train all day and then everything, just chill at the beach, relax, and then the time you get better over there is just so much quicker because over here you have to have a full-time job if you want to train.
I was originally looking at going to Germany, and then Germany's like, it's almost more pricier than here in Arlington, Texas. So it's like you gotta have a job over there too. So I was like, well, I don't want to work necessarily if I'm gonna be, me being lazy. I was like, well, I got other forms of income. I don't need to work necessarily. Yeah. So that's why I chose Vietnam as well.
Dang, yeah, because you're gonna have so much time. Because like I said, if I moved to Thailand or something, I would just be.
Yeah.
I already know I'll be training most of the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta feel something to fill that void, and it could be playing video games. I don't know. It could be literally, and hopefully it's not video games. I don't want to get in that loophole again. That was bad. Video game loophole is bad, man. It'll sit you there and it'll suck you in for hours.
They're addicting.
Man, yeah, it's just so crazy how they're built like that too, man. They're built so that you sit there for hours. Keep your attention, yeah. So same thing with the cell phone. And breaking away from the cell phone, but even though I'm doing social media, but breaking away from the cell phones is so big too, man. Like human interaction is so much better in my last year, 2 years of in this area has been so much better with human interaction than sitting there on the phone and being socially awkward, the whole time. And I think it's a weird normal almost now. Someone's sitting there on their phone. You go to dinner. You have your phone next to you at your dinner. You can go to dinner. You can go to dinner with somebody and still sit on your phone. That's weird, man. Like go to dinner and have a conversation with the person you're going to dinner with. Just.
We were talking about people. Some young people even they'll have their headphones on when you're like doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
You'll just be. We'll be at dinner and someone has like headphones on there.
Don't get me wrong. I mean,
you're actually doing something.
If I'm by myself and I'm eating dinner with myself, I'll put my phone on. But like if I'm with people, man, my phone, better be weighed 90% of the time. And 95% of the time, it better be put away. But most of the time, I show people stuff like pictures and stuff like that. If I do bring my phone out, I'm showing pictures, or I'm showing something like that, or a funny video I've seen. But yeah, I'm sharing. I'm not just sitting there by myself, locked in on my own phone. That's bad. That's a bad habit to have.
That's a good thing about like posting content too. Instead of just constantly consuming, you're actually like creating. So, instead of being on your phone, just
they say I'm glad I don't.
Usually having to edit the video or maybe think of a video idea or getting inspiration from someone else.
That's huge. Yeah, that's huge. Being able to post your video and then not follow someone else's video per se, like exactly, but like being able to look at their content and how they did it and like kind of create your own thing off of it. It's a good start to posting. I guess good way to post more. See how other people are doing it. Like looking at the dog content, like how he does his stuff, gives me like a general like outline of how I should do mine. Yeah. So that was good. Same thing with the traveling though, because like I was thinking about this. And I use ChatGPT a little bit when it comes to like video creating video ideas, and I was already brought up all this other stuff you mentioned as well. So like, be able to post what I've done prior to leaving. Or, this is day 30 before I leave to Vietnam, or this is 1 month in Vietnam on the budget. All these things that come up all of a sudden. That I never even thought about doing that was AI. ChatGPT helped me with the content idea. So,
yeah.
Damn, that'd be sick. But do you have any recommendations on like meeting new people or?
He's
not gonna know no one.
Oh, dude, they have giant expat group chats on Facebook. Like giant. Like this one in Vietnam alone is like probably like 100,000 people on it.
Get some birds. Get some girls out there too.
Whoa, no, lady boy, no. But there's giant expat group chats everywhere, like Facebook pages. People selling stuff, people offering their apartments. That's really nice. There's a lot of people doing.
Oh yeah.
There's so many people doing cool things on these apps. There's a lot of meetups and social events because a lot of these expats don't work either. They're retired or they're doing whatever they do.
That or like sometimes they go visit homes. So it's like, hey, someone wants to stay in my apartment while I'm gone or something like that, or use my car.
Yeah, one thing I'm really hoping to learn is from these expats, the older guys that are retired already, and how I pick their brain about like how what they did in their career that they would have changed or what things they could help me with. Maybe in the last year or two of them working, they're about to retire. Well, that last year or two, I can sit there and talk to them and pick their brain and maybe. Go from there.
There's still like two different things because like Just depending what phase you're in, because there's digital nomads and then there's like actual expats.
Yeah.
So like, I'd say for like digital nomad type people or backpackers and stuff like that, I used to do like there's always like free walking tours. It's usually free, but you get like a tip at the end. But it's like a good way to kind of learn like the history of the city. You walk around. You also make friends like while you're walking around. Or usually other young expats who are sometimes digital nomads or something like that, or they just arrived to the city.
Yeah, that was cool to see though too. Was people that would do things on low budgets or no budgets. They would be like, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna travel out there, and I have like $100, but they're there for like a month because they're doing hostel stays.
Oh man, those are great. My favorite videos. Sorry to cut you off, but like my favorite like ways to like have an idea of like what I want to do somewhere. So I'll look at videos on YouTube. Some of the old big guys like Drubinski and LeBlanc and stuff like that would say, like, what $100 gets you in a day or in a week or something like that. Videos, cool video topics, or what can $10 get you?
Yeah,
and they'll do a whole YouTube video and they'll do like Instagrams and stuff with it too. But I like save all of those because it's like in my travel like how to inventory or whatever.
Yeah. I don't want to be crushed by doing Western lifestyle in a place that's not Western. Yeah, I don't want to pay $1,500 or $1,000 a month for rent in a nice bougie place over there in Vietnam. I want to live the same lifestyle I live here, but over there because I'm already adapt to it. And then my savings will increase because now I'm spending less money to do the same thing I'll be doing anyways. And so looking at those videos were helpful because you're like, oh yeah, you can do a lot of cool touristy stuff and eat really good and still
easy tourist stuff. Or they'll say like, which place is like a tourist trap? Like, is this even worth it?
It's really, man, you will learn so much about these places before you even go there. Like I know a lot about Vietnam, but I don't know anything about Vietnam. Like there's a lot to learn on social media because there's a lot of people that do it for a week, and the people that do live out there for expats, they teach you, different point of view from the same object, And so Vietnam being the object, and then seeing it from the expat's point of view versus the tourist point of view. So, I think the big one out there is I can't pronounce it, but something loop, Guangxing loop, something like that.
Oh yeah, like the big motorcycle loop.
Huge, yeah. And so you see it all the time, but it's a giant tourist trap. And so you'll see videos from the expats doing it, and then like look at all these tourists here, and it's like you get to the end of this loop, and it's like a ton of people. And you go to the tourist point of view, it's like, oh, come do this loop, it's amazing. It's like, well,
it probably wasn't always like that, but then everyone learned about it, and now everyone's doing it.
Yeah, and so now it's like a giant touristy thing. So
it's kind of like Comuna 13 like that in Colombia. You go to Medellin, and it used to be like one of the most dangerous neighborhoods, the most dangerous city in the world, and now the military came in, shot everybody up, and then they had tried to make it better, so they put in these electric escalators and try to give access and turn it into like a big touristy thing. But now it's just like thousands of tourists a day. And
yeah. Oh my gosh, I want to see the Vietnamese traps they have like for like Vietnam War.
Oh yeah,
those would be cool. I know I'm not gonna fit in any of them, but like that'd be cool to see. Still, though, we have a bunch of like medieval traps for U.S. soldiers. It's cool to see. Hindsight, but you in person, it was terrible.
I mean, even some of the tourist traps, some things are still kind of worth seeing, especially like historical stuff, or like if you go to like I think it's Ho Chi Minh where they have the train where everyone's on the train track and the train's coming through, everyone has to move out of the way.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Like it's gonna be like a huge tourist trap, but it's still cool to do,
Yeah, no, that's gonna be awesome. So what you do out there? I want to go to the rice fields, the rural area too, because Texas is flat, man. Texas is
Sapa's where you want to go.
Yeah, man. You go out there and seeing the rice fields, or going out and see mountains or hikes, whatever it could be such a cool experience. Like here in Texas, you want to go do a good like hike versus a trail. You gotta drive like
minimum 3 hours.
Yeah, 3-4 hours away. So there are good hikes, good trails here though, but it's not like Vietnam, man. Like Vietnam, be like undiscovered hikes you're still doing.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's gonna be so cool. That's the big thing I'm gonna do. Instead of running, we do hiking more than so. They might go to
different world. Like I live in Malaysia on Penang. I live like right in the middle of the island. Like go 10 minutes one way. There's like 10 different hiking trails, and you can do like a 30-minute one or a 3-hour one. And then you'd see like snakes, cobras, monkeys, flying lemurs.
Yeah.
Ants that are like this big. I have a video where I ate one. Tastes like a lemon.
I bet that was good. Huh?
All those bugs you ate last year.
Careful, it's not just like these green vipers that blend in perfectly in the into the trees.
Yeah.
It's
deadly
cool.
Place, man, deadly place. That's cool though. Yeah, we have that here. We have rattlesnakes here. We have copperheads. We have all these things.
Possums, armadillos.
Possums, armadillos, oh, they aren't necessarily dangerous. But yeah, possums, man, they're everywhere.
It is different. It does feel like a different world, like different.
Whenever
planet.
people see those types of animals from like that's us seeing like monkeys over there, like
Yeah, dude, that's me.
like, it's not normal that people see armadillos.
Yeah, that is true.
Or possums or raccoons.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the other exotic animals you're saying about, like monkeys, dude.
Yeah.
Monkeys in person. I know they're like thieves, bro. They're like invasive in some areas, but that'd be something cool to see, man. Like, how often do you see a monkey?
They're cool for the first time.
I'm
And
excited
after a while, they
too.
get kind of old
I seen the videos of the guy
because they get all your stuff. Or if they're in a really touristy area, sometimes they attack you.
Yeah, I've seen that. Also, that's like a cool experience. I mean, maybe not repetitively, but the first time they get saying.
I think I saw something where they were like stealing the phones, and then you had to give food to get the phone back or something.
You got to barter with your own stuff. That's good. Barter with a monkey, bro. That's a video right there in its own, man. That's cool. That's a cool thing to experience. I want to do elephants. I want to ride elephants maybe one day.
Yeah.
A lot of cool things like that. I want to go to safari at one point. Actually see like lions and you do a little.
Sometimes they're wild there. I saw when I was in Malaysia. Went from the west coast to the east coast, and my friends went on that place like 100 times. Like, oh, I've never seen one. 5 minutes later, we saw one cross the road.
An elephant?
Yeah, wild elephant.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy to see that, man. Like that's their everyday life. That's normal to them, Like India, you see cows all in the streets and stuff like that because how they perceive them. But it's cool, man. You don't see cows here in the streets unless someone's fence broke down. A different lifestyle.
Yeah, one of the islands we're going to in Japan, allegedly, the monkeys ride the deer. So we're trying to see those.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple videos.
Monkeys in the steeds or the deer, yeah.
Yeah, they jump on the deer, they're eating the bugs or something off of them. The deer don't care.
Oh. Whatever. I also stay here in the States, man. One thing I want to see is the national parks over because I see a lot of animals and stuff like that in the national parks, which is cool. Literally, I went to the Great Smoky Mountains here, and when I was entering the park, there were like 30 elk just standing there. I'm like, okay, that's already cool. This is literally me entering the park. There's an elk right there. I don't think they were fake. Imagine they were fake. That'd be crazy. A bunch of fake elk. Yeah. No, it was a bunch of.
Whoa, a dinosaur.
Yeah. It was cool to see.
Like when you're going to, what was it, Rosedale or whatever? That's Glenrose, yeah.
Glenrose, oh yeah. Oh, the dinosaur park. Yeah, that's cool over there too, man. Something
You never know. I had a friend. I saw him before. He knew this guy in the Philippines and met him. He thought there was dinosaurs in America from Jurassic Park movies.
You know what? We got lizards. And chickens. I think they said chickens are a form of dinosaur, like a long line of dinosaurs, which I guess technically everything is. It's cool.
What you got? I don't know. So, like, a lot of things you're excited for. Is there anything you're nervous about going over?
The language. I know we keep talking about how so many percent of them speak the English, but like we're a good percentage of them.
Good chunk of them
English.
don't.
But like people that don't, that's what I'm kind of nervous about. It's like, oh well, I'm gonna be sitting there doing like charades with this guy, and hopefully he can figure out that I'm talking about like a banana. So that's kind of nervous about that. But at the same time, I think that there'll be enough people, and there's enough technology to help me smooth that barrier over.
Yeah, I think learning to smile a lot too, instead of just look frustrated, because it communicates a lot too,
Yeah, I feel like it teach a lot of patience, that's for sure.
Because you can definitely see like different travelers and stuff, like how they act and how the locals react to them too.
Yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the food though. I've been seeing a lot of good videos on their food and like just man, it just looks so good. I just can't wait.
Like some pho too, right?
Just pho, dude. I love pho, but like there's a lot of other food besides pho.
There's breakfast over there.
Oh, dude. Oh, I can't wait, dude. My hangover meal. Oh my gosh, pho in the morning. Yeah, man. I can't wait to get their food. They have banh mi, something like that. I can't wait.
Banh mi, yeah.
Banh mi, yeah, the sandwich, man. I can't wait. I'm only 4 days away. 4 days away now. That's crazy. Honestly, it still hasn't hit yet that I'm leaving. I guess it doesn't really weigh on me so much that I'm actually leaving the States, and actually maybe it's like that realism hasn't hit me yet. So it's cool though. I can't wait. My mom's already cried probably 4 times that I've seen. And I was saddened to see that, but I know they're happy for me at the same time because if your brothers or your sisters would grow off and do something cool, you'd be happy for them too, right? And so that's how I feel. I know they're all happy, and they all told me they're happy, but they're also satisfied of them. They won't see me for a while.
Yeah, I think it goes back to that risk thing a little bit, but it's also good for the people, like your family and your friends, to see you take risks and stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, honestly, if I was to set up shop in Vietnam, they come to visit me. It's something they could do too.
Yeah.
So all they do is buy a plane ticket out there, and they can just crash in my pad or cover them while they're out there. So it's a good way for them to extend their barriers as well. I guess you'd say. So coming to visit me, if they chose to. I hope they come out and visit me. And that sucked. They didn't know.
I mean, even like my mom when I was living in Malaysia, it was like seeing the stuff that I would post. And I was like, oh, yeah, I think come check it out sometime. Which never got to that time because it was during COVID and stuff, so travel was restricted at the time. About the second half, I had one friend come out and visit. He loved it. He was like, best vacation I ever had.
Yeah, dude, man, it's just you don't realize how much buying power you have until you get out there. Like when you're going out there and buying one meal, it's like $2-3. You're like, whoa! Never in my life would I pay $2-3 for a full meal. Full filling meal. Unless it's like a cheap budget meal, like a ramen noodles and like that. You'll never expect that out there. That culture shock. Another culture shock I'm looking forward to is I'm tall, and I'm not trying to like make that my character trait, but like I looked at apartments the other day, and like they had ceilings that were like 6'5", so I was like, you had to be touching the ceiling, and like the bed's a little shorter, their countertops are a little shorter, and so I'm like, how how is that gonna be
in the Philippines, man? Because in the city is normal, and a lot of stuff's really modern. Sometimes more so than here, but like. When I was out in like a village, like remote island somewhere, and I was staying at a school there, you go to like these different huts and stuff like that. Sometimes it is like going to like a hobbit home. Yeah. Like this, like the ceiling's really short, or the doorway's like 4 foot tall. It feels like, or I remember this old government building, and like the staircase is like this narrow.
Dude,
going to the next floor.
I think they have an attraction out there in Vietnam. It's like Vietnamese, like the hobbits, bro.
Oh god,
the hobbits, bro. It's just a bunch of Vietnamese short people working in like a little village, bro.
They look happy though. I told them they look happy.
They do. They probably get paid pretty well. They sit there and play around and play hobbit all day. That's probably, imagine they're like role playing, like they love role playing. That's like they found their niche and their work. You man, that's crazy. Yeah, because like if you find something you like to do, like dressing up, man, and you make a job out of it, it's not work anymore. So they probably loving life out there. They're probably happy.
It'd be a little weird over here, but over there, it's
man. If I was dressed up as a hobbit every day with my furry feet, they'd probably freak out. What's this guy doing, bro?
You're the giant.
Yeah, it's not the Renaissance fair. Yeah. Giant.
Isn't there something in Japan that we're gonna go do? Like, there's midgets or something?
No, that was the Philippines. That's they have the midget fighters or something.
Dang, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I want to go. There's the places. I think there's one in Japan, but they have one in Vietnam too, where you can go kart in the streets.
Oh, that one looks crazy.
Dude, that doesn't look like fun, man.
I've seen the real life Mario Kart.
Yeah, like Mario Kart style. Well, they had that.
They hit each other.
Oh yeah, that one's crazy. You should do that.
It looks like you're gonna get
regulations, man. Here in the States, maybe go to any like track here, you'll go to like putt-putt or something like that has any kind of like indoor go karts. There's like a governor on how fast you can go. They don't have governors over there. They're like, okay, we're gonna go, 60 miles an hour into the back of somebody, or they can do something crazy that you can do out there.
It's like Mexico. If you ever go over there, they just drive like insane.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's like go to Vietnam and blow up a cow with like a missile. Or like,
no, that's Cambodia.
He's like,
it's Cambodia.
Yeah, like do some crazy stuff out there.
Because there's like old stuff from the war, so they just out of there.
Bro, that'd be crazy. No, just like no regulations. Like here in the States, we're gonna decommission them. Over there, bro, they're gonna be like, yeah, man, here's a Claymore, play with it, or something.
Here's a rocket launcher. Have at it.
I would love to shoot a rocket launcher, man. I shot a 50 cal in my lifetime. That was a lot of fun.
Like I was just watching videos like tourists and their flip flops with RPG.
Yeah, something light, something nothing too crazy. That'd be a hell of a screensaver, though. That's for sure. Just RPG blowing shooting a cow or something, bro.
That's crazy.
Gosh, that'd be a hell of a screensaver.
I think it was in the Philippines. They tried to kill that. Like a government official, and you just see the guy get out of the bus, and he's like holds a little RPG and shoots it at another bus.
I don't know what that one is, but
it's like a little toy, like not like a toy RPG, but like it hit the bus, but it didn't even like blow it up or anything. It just like
the dud. Huh? About the ammo from Temu,
what the? It's like the Wild West over there.
Yeah, man, it's cool. It's be a lot of fun. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't stress that enough, man. Like being able to do things. An
adventure.
Yeah, and every day's gonna be a new one. Every day's gonna be a new one. Freaking out normal. I'm looking for the coffee. I heard the Vietnamese coffee is really good, so I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, I mean, in Southeast Asia, some of the third wave coffee shops are pretty sick, and they got really good aesthetics and stuff too. So, good different coffee shops all have like a different theme.
Yeah, I didn't drink coffee until recently. Like I'm gonna say recently, like last 2-3 years, because growing up is my mom when I was a kid. She's like, growing stunts your growth. I mean, drinking coffee stunts your growth. I'm like, okay, mom. That's the whole military career. I didn't drink coffee. You know, 2 years after the military, I didn't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee like very often. But now I drink coffee. And I'm like, wow, that's a total lie. She told me as a kid. You know, and I'm like, wow, thanks, mom, for telling me that. Something. I'm 6'2", man. Thanks for making it. You know, wow. So I didn't drink coffee. 'Cause I wanted to be tall, and so.
When did you have your first coffee?
I had it. I mean, I had it young, but I mean, like drinking it consistently. Like, people drink it like every day. I probably drink it like once a week. You know, like I'm not a big coffee person.
I wasn't. I had my first job in high school, and I started drinking every day.
Yeah, no. I'm not a big fan of like energy drinks either. Though to me, those are like nasty. If I do drink them, which is a rare occurrence, it's like a White Monster, it's like that. But I mean, those like water does it, man. Like water's all you need. You don't need to stress yourself out and drink coffee and then get jittery. You know, you sit there like a ball of jitters. You know, it's not good.
So that's what some of it is. People are just tired, so they're not hydrated. Get some extra electrolytes in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'll drink Gatorade if I need to, or any of that. I mean, yeah, just not coffee. I don't know. They're a big coffee guy until recently. I like the flavor of coffee is what it is. I don't even like black coffee. I like the flavored sugar stuff. Yeah, the stuff that makes you like, oh, it hurts. The insides.
It's like a dessert, like a liquid dessert.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom every time afterward, man. It sucks.
No way.
Drink coffee, man. Like clear my system out. Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, the food's gonna be good. Everything. Hopefully, we can see you out there when I go out there.
The traveling side is scaring me. I got 5 more days, and then hopefully my dog passes traveling side of it, and then hopefully she'll be fine with the whole 14 and a half hours of quietness, or she can't really bark. I think I'm gonna get her diapers. I think she has to wear diapers for it. But yeah, that's the real big. That's the nervous part, because I paid so much money for the flights and stuff like that. Where if anything goes wrong, visas, e-visas, all the passports, anything could go wrong. It's like that's what like a lot of things are like teeter-tottering on to me. And it's like that's what a lot of doubt and like stress coming from right now. It's like thinking about like what could go wrong, just getting out there, But
yeah, those visas are tough some places, but
yeah, once I get there, then like everything drops, man. Like there should be no problems really. Besides, where my
usually if you're hopping around, it's not a big deal though. So
yeah, well, I think that too is that when I get there, I'm gonna travel more. I don't think I'll do a whole lot of plane traveling. At least not with my dog. My dog would be a lot easier just to drive places, because you got to get a lot of stuff done for your dog. You get USDA certified vets to look at them. Okay, well, this is what this country requires. Going from Vietnam to Laos can be totally different in the requirements, and so traveling like that's a big hindrance. That was another thing that was scaring me about my dog, was because I'm a big, like, if I say my dog's at home and I'm out and about for the day, do my normal schedule, and at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, someone's like, "Hey, let's do something. Let's go partying tonight." Well, I gotta go home still and tend to my dog before I can do that. So that's the big thing in the back of my head too. Like, do I bring my dog, or is my dog? I'll probably have my dog for a little bit, and then
pay someone to do it.
Yeah, pay someone to do it. Well, my brother makes a joke.
That's
all
what we
the time.
talk about.
My brother makes a joke all the time, dude. Like, you're gonna pay a little kid to watch your dog in Vietnam and come back to a good meal. He's like, "What? What do you mean come back to a good meal?" It's like, "Yeah, they're gonna eat your dog, because they eat dog out there in Vietnam still." And so my brother's like, "Yeah, you gotta be careful how babysit or how you pet your dog. You might not come back to one." I was like,
"Just say, hey, can you watch my dog and cook dinner and then
that's
come
a
home?"
scary feeling, man. I don't know what I do if I lose my dog right now.
Mix them together.
I love my dog, man. If I come back one day and it's like good dessert, and like, "Oh, this is delicious. What is this?" Like, "It's your dog." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm eating my dog now. I was like,
oh my gosh, man! I had a friend in the Philippines, a supervisor. We were working at the school there, and one of their local partners, he went to his house, and this guy used to have like race dogs.
Oh yeah.
So he had a bunch of race dogs, and they had dinner and stuff like that. And he went to go check the dogs, and he was like, feeding them like scraps and bones and stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh, where's like little Lulu or whatever?" He's like, "Oh, you just ate him."
No.
He just fed the dogs the bones.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy work. Yeah, he didn't perform, so we're eating them. That's cool. That's crazy.
And then he fed the scraps to the other dogs.
Man, tough time. Dog eat dog world, literally. Oh my gosh.
Did you ever eat the dog?
No, I never did. I remember
You've eaten some weird things.
I mean, a lot of weird things. Philippines, like, you can go like
Philippines had balut. You ever balut before?
I didn't have it there. I had it here. I made it myself.
Really?
Yeah.
I look at that. I get nervous about that, because I had a bunch of Filipinos in the Navy I was working with, and they're like, "Dude, you should try this balut." I was like, "What is it?" It's like, "This is eggs. It's embryo eggs like that." It looks good.
There's that. There's day old chick, which is like a little fat
dude.
whole chick on a stick.
different. My gut's not ready for the difference. I think the first thing I gotta do when I get there is get
You gotta like
food
acclimate
poisoning.
yourself.
Yeah.
I get food
You get there in
poisoning.
durian and mangosteen season, so like two best fruits. The durian's a stinky one.
Yeah,
You either love it or you hate it. Mangosteen, everyone likes mangosteen.
yeah. That's what I'm not sure about the gut. I mean, I'm ready to be like hugging the toilet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta get there and get those pills, those food poisoning pills right away.
Some countries are right. I think Vietnam's alright, but some places, yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I was looking at videos of Vietnam, and they're like, "Yeah, man, you'll have lunch in the front of the shop, and then in the middle of the shop is like someone's house, and the back of the shop is like the bathroom for the whole thing." So you'll go, to the bathroom. You're walking through someone's house. You go to the bathroom in the back. I'm like, oh, that could be interesting. I've seen videos of people like sleeping at the person's house. Like they'll get lunch, walk to the bathroom, and then they'll see the house, and then they go lay down in the person's house because they like that open. It's like what?
I think sometimes they can't change too much stuff too because it's like I know in Penang, like it's old historical UNESCO World Heritage Site, British colonial buildings. I think you got like some French ones in Vietnam probably.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because there's the French ones.
I'm not sure about
That's why they have like their French food mixed into like
I know they
Vietnamese.
don't have like requirements how they build, and so like you'll see like a small house, and they're right next to a giant like condo, and so like, they don't have like and here in the certain areas here you can't do that obviously, but like over there you do, 4 or 5 story buildings next to like a tiny house on each side, and you're like, okay, they're cheap out there though, man. Like the places out there I was looking at, again, I was probably looking at like $200-300 for a nice apartment, like a downtown Dallas apartment.
Yeah.
And, downtown Dallas probably paying $2,000-3,000 for the apartment, and so I was like, I get all that and then a pool and a workout area. It's like, man, that's just crazy. I'm trying to stay right around under $1,000 a month, like everything included. Like that's my living, my food, my transit, my everything, my dog, everything under $1,000. That's like the goal. Really under 800. 800 is like the real like pushing limit. That's the one like basic Westerner things. I want air conditioning. I need to have Wi-Fi for school, stuff like that. It needs to allow animals in the first place. So those are the only 3 things I'm looking for, really. Air conditioning is one because I don't want to be humid when I go to sleep, But once those are fulfilled, I don't need much. That's what makes me so much easier to do over there in Vietnam because I don't need a butler. I don't need all this extra crazy stuff. Yeah. I can literally just live on the bare essentials. Essentially. So it makes my trip a lot cheaper than most too.
I think it's good sometimes when you live more of an expat life, if you transition to that, it's just like a lot of your time's freed up when you have someone who can cook your food, do your laundry. It costs me like $2 to drop my laundry off. They'll deliver it to your house, folded, ironed.
All for under $10. You're like, what?
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like 2.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy what you can get out there. And it's like, yeah, basic things like, you wouldn't think about here in the States that, places want to do out there.
Yeah, and it just frees up your time and do other things,
Are you going to get a scooter?
Yeah, I'm going to buy one. I'm going to buy one or I'm probably going to buy one. I don't think
some people, they buy it and resell it.
Yeah, I was thinking about renting one, but I was like, I don't want to rent it and then just go back to them. So I'm going to buy it. Because if I do anything, if I scuff it up at all, they're going to charge me for the outrageous price for the scuff.
Yeah.
So that's true. They're only like 500.
And they drive crazy over there.
Dude, their driving is insane to look at because you look at the videos. It's like India, dude. Look at their videos, and it's like there is no like lane system we have here. It's literally like every man for themselves. And you're like, there's like 20 people going this way, and then 20 people going this way, and then this route will cut across the other route. Like, what the heck? Like intersections insane. Looking at them, there's so many videos you can look up on video. Bro, it's just insane. One thing I'm looking forward to is a video. Is a pedestrian walking in all that. People will walk through all that.
Yeah, because you don't like there. You just walk, and everyone knows how to go around you.
Yeah, they're going slow enough to, where they
just
can
trust.
still go around you. But that's intimidating it can be.
You call it organized chaos.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Yeah.
I mean, you talk about like risky stuff. Remember in the Philippines, my friend was talking about his first time. He's on a motorcycle. Sometimes we're like 3 or 4 deep on a motorcycle with some guys.
I've seen that. I've seen kids at like under 10 driving those things.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure, like everywhere.
That's to be fun.
They'll be driving those and smoking a cigarette too.
Everything I know that I learned here in the United States out the window when I go over there when it comes to driving. Yeah. Everything I know.
But you're talking about being on the back of a motorcycle and there's like this giant bus, like flat front, and there'll be like stop and go, and the bus will just be like right here. Mm. And his Filipino guy was like, Adam, don't think too much. And you just learn to go with the flow,
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun doing with that.
That's really cool. But man, I'm happy we got to talk to you, and happy I got to meet you. I haven't really known you for that long, but you seem like a cool guy. You know?
Yeah.
I guess I'll be learning more about you and your content.
I appreciate it. Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, people from this area anyway.
Y'all's podcasts are getting better. Y'all learn. You got 5 of them done now, right?
Yeah, 5. Well, we have an episode 0, but we've been getting it on more. We definitely need to have some more guests on. Well, probably once a month, try to at least have one person on.
Yeah.
Because usually just what we're doing, how we're getting better as men.
Yeah. I mean, you got a giant pull from. Like UTA's right around the corner. You pull some people from different countries and have interview about their countries. It'd be awesome. Yeah.
Well, yeah, thankfully we have a lot of good people around us, so we definitely need to have some of them on.
Yeah, like I met this other guy. He travels, does MMA and stuff like that. He did jiu-jitsu for like 13 years, and he just came back from Japan, and he did training for like 3 months in Thailand. About talking to him about it.
Yeah. That's cool, man. You can always find something to talk. There's always a common ground for anybody, like jiu-jitsu. Like you came from Japan, like different lifestyle over there, but you can always find some kind of common ground, So that's cool.
Shane, there's a lot of good people, but mainly just men trying to, improve, take risk, and whatnot. I mean, I feel like, especially nowadays, a lot of men, they're not trying to, get better. They're just okay with being,
they
in the mix
comfort
with
zone.
everything, you know what I mean?
But if it's, I'm not going to bash them for it, if it works for you and you're comfortable with your lifestyle you're living in, this, to each their own, because my brother's comfortable. My brother's comfortable, nothing to him. He has a wife, kids, he's good to go, he's happy. Yeah. As long as you're happy, I think you're good. If you're going to be stagnant, you can be stagnant. But we're young. We don't have necessarily, girls we're dating at the moment. Or, I don't. But, I don't got to worry about that because now he has extra things to worry about on his top of his daily life than we do.
Yeah, when you have a family, it's different,
Yeah.
Different phase of life. It's good, but it's different.
Yeah. So right now I'm young, man. I get to explore and do different things. And so people, 30, 35 years old, they're going to have families and they're going to be set up and they're going to, they're loving that, though. Yeah. They're loving that. I'll be living traveling though.
I think you have a pretty good background, helps with your mindset and stuff too. Just learning to be uncomfortable from the football stuff, then doing military, and then now going to a new country. Always liked the Hobbit, Lord of the Rings stuff. Like when Gandalf's in the beginning, you have Bilbo Baggins. Doesn't have his family is known for no adventures, no doing anything crazy, just stay home, be comfortable, drink beer, eat cake.
Yeah.
But then he has his other genes. It's it's in his blood and his DNA though to be the Took family. It's he's tall enough to ride a horse and went out on adventures and told stories, and everyone in the local town thought they were crazy.
Yeah.
But I like that. I always love that story. I refer to it a lot. In the movie scene at least, not the book, where he's if I go, will I ever come back? He's no, but you'll never be the same. And so when you go on an adventure and you come back, even home feels different,
Yeah.
And I love that about taking a risk and being comfortable. Is you go back, you go out, you have a story, and you're not the same person when you come back.
Yeah.
Versus if you just stayed, you'd probably still be not much different, And even we watched the scene from the Castaway. I remember when he comes back home and all the food's just there. He's not having to hunt or survive or anything. And he's he goes crazy on the island, but now he's kind of going crazy being back home because it's different.
Yeah. Man,
a new perspective.
Y'all made a giant world, and I don't want to sit here and only look at 0.1% of it, So I think going out there and seeing all the things that were given out there and the things that you can do.
That's the attributed St. Augustine quote. It's you've only seen one part of it, you've only seen one chapter of the whole book.
Yeah, are you happy with that? If you want the space, you ain't got the space yet. That's a different book, man. Ain't even got there yet. But yeah, man, there's a whole lot more to look at than just what we see every day. Yeah. Buildings and concrete. And that's it, Scally.
It's good. Definitely Caleb challenges us to, travel, put ourselves out there, because I would have never went to Japan, same thing, or even considered. I always wanted to go to Thailand too, eventually, but now it's really becoming something that actually happened. Especially now that you're moving too, it's another person's doing it.
It's also
it just
I'm definitely going to do it.
You more, so.
What's cool about that, though, is that you can take that same perspective and put it to religion, too. And how people, it takes one person to talk about God one time for you to start that idea in your head. It's my friends are doing it, they love God, and I can love God, too. And then it goes on and on. They say that you talk to one person a year, it doubles every year because next year is 2 people talking about God, and then next year's 4, and then 8, and then it goes on and on. So like as easy it is for us to enjoy something we like, or traveling. Caleb started traveling for you, and how he's doing it a little bit for me. Or then it's like that's simple. Where now Caleb, one person turns to other people want to travel. Same thing for religion, man. Like one person talking about God, and then it could be now it's 2, 3 people talking about God, and then go on so forth, and snowball all the way down to everybody's talking about God and learning about God and worshiping Him and praising Him.
Yeah, there's a way to do it though, right? Because me and Caleb were outside one day, and we're just talking, right? We're talking about like some business stuff, and then some guy just comes up and he's like, he just interrupts us, and then he was really rude about it though. He was like, "You should be like grateful that in your presence," or he says something, or I don't know the exact words, but I was like, man,
like I should feel like a bunch of joy from you guys to start talking to you or something like that.
Yeah,
it's like we're having an important conversation.
Yeah. But if you're like gonna talk about God, there's a way to do it. Like don't like just
don't cram it down someone's throat. I don't think it's important. I think cramming down someone's throat.
It was the complete opposite of like how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, because I think that deters people more than it.
I don't mind evangelists. Like it's great if they want to come and talk to you and stuff like that, and they go out of their way and they can be uncomfortable to do it, But it's different when you're like. You're ungrateful for me trying to talk to you.
I couldn't believe it because I don't know. I almost crashed out, but I was like, man, I just gotta be calm. I just stayed silent because I know he just wanted to be heard.
Well, even when it comes to like evangelism and stuff like that, there's a guy I follow in Austin. He started, he does like it's like a workout thing. He reaches like dads and families of kids, trying to get them like, especially guys in church, like to just not be fat and lazy and like be healthy for their families and stuff like that. And so he does like individual coaching for them. Yeah. But he talks about like influence as evangelism because like I'm at the gym, a lot of guys come up and talk to me. It's like how do you get so big and like you're a nice guy and all these different things, or you're doing really cool things. And so people like want to know about like what he's doing and how he's doing it. And he also attributes it going back to like creation of like man and dominion and being a good steward of like your body and your time and your money. And then people see like if you're doing it God's way, like how great it is.
Yeah.
And people want to know about it. And I think like a lot of the good things of Western civilization comes from like those values.
Yeah. Yeah. Going back all the way back to religion. That's good.
Wait, so you say how long are you gonna stay there?
At least 6 months, and after that it's up in the air. Because after that, I'm not sure if I'll do more traveling, if I like it enough, or I'll stay longer. But at least 6 months, I think. So we're gonna do that's what they call a border hop, something like that. So
you just
have a tourist visa for 30 days, or it's 90 days. Sorry, tourist visa for 90 days.
Oh, visa run.
Visa run. There it is. Visa run.
Yeah.
So
some places you gotta be careful because they're trying to crack down on some of it because people will do it for like years.
Yeah, years on end. Yeah.
Thailand's cracking down on it. Malaysia cracks down on it.
Thailand's
Vietnam's okay, I think.
Thailand's actually really good about it because they want more people to come in. They want they just open up their
the digital nomad visa. You have to apply for that, but they want people to do that instead of just doing the 90-day.
I think Vietnam's also trying to start with that too because they aren't like there are way more people to come in because a lot of our foreign money comes in and it helps their economy. And so they're trying to get better about, the digital nomad visas like that. So
but it's also not just that. It's not just like immigration or like drug traffickers are also trying to crack down on too. Yeah. Abuse those systems.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So like, what's your like vision for the future then? Because we talked about kind of what's happening in the next couple like months to a year, but like,
I don't know.
Your whole purpose at the end, that's something we always go back to, our purpose. Yeah. I mean, obviously me and Caleb, our purpose is helping our community, being the best version we could be for others around us, and then constantly just challenging ourselves.
I guess, man, the only purpose I have is to serve God. Look at I was reading Ecclesiastes, and that's what really sunk into me. I don't really have a goal of like my own life. It's really helping others at this point in time, like helping others learn their journey with God. Because like Ecclesiastes is so big on nothing, right? The whole chapter is based about doing nothing. Like, I did everything I could do. It's chapter 2. It's chapter 2 that I started reading it at. But like the guy did everything he could do under the sun. Right? He had wives. He had fun. He drank. He did everything like that. But it's like it means nothing. All it means nothing. Man. All this traveling I'm about to do, Vietnam, anywhere, Iraq, anywhere I go, but it's nothing without God and stuff. Like, my big thing is like I don't have a goal of what I want to do or I want to achieve, where I want to be in 10, 15 years. I just know that as long as I'm serving God the whole 10, 15 years, I'm gonna live a happy and fulfill a full life. And so that's where I'm at currently. I know there's no. I mean, if you want to do here on Earth, I mean, I guess get a job, in a year from now, whenever I graduate. But like, traveling is the main thing right now. But like, other than that, man, being able to spread that seed, the word of God, is like so much more important than anything I have planned.
So what do you? I mean, in regard to that, like, what are things like you want to cultivate to do that better?
One thing is like creating that friend group, man. Creating friends, right?
You're a friendly guy, so
yeah. Being able to talk to people, I'm very blessed with that ability to break out of my shell. That I am a little introverted, but like I can talk to somebody, fresh off the rip. But that alone, being able to talk to people and making friends, and then seeing how you live. Like if I go to church on Sundays and Wednesdays, whenever I go to church, events, all that stuff. They see it. I'm always busy with church, and they be like, okay, well, maybe I go to church and hang out with you some more while you're at church. And then while they're at church hanging out with me, they're learning more and more about God, or whatever it be. It could always be any little seed, any little thing. Even evangelism, people were like they're yelling on their giant speakers, like, "Hey, God loves you." You might not think about it, but it's in the back of your head now. It's like, okay, God does love me. It's subconsciously hitting you, yeah.
In your head, yeah.
And so, like, even every form of evangelism, anything you do, as long as it's like portrayed, you're doing it in the God's image, or that you're doing it in the way that God, or you feel that it would make God highlighted. That's the way I want to live my life essentially. So if I'm doing my traveling vlogs, you might see like a Bible in the background, or a Bible on the coffee table, or something like that. Anywhere, just in the background, or like this hint of Jesus in my life.
Creating like discourse and story, because I think because I used to do linguistic stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that goes with like I forgot what you call it, like social linguistics is part of it, but it's like a lot of stuff like the communists and stuff would do it too. Is like any type of like media or anything like that. It's like controlling like narrative through like discourse.
Yeah, exactly.
And so like really like words and things that I guess somehow you say like really powerful words, like your life and the words and content you make, things like that.
Yeah, it's good. There's a whole lot of things and realms you can go on with that, I guess.
So like not being quiet, but pushing it out.
Yeah, you don't have to be loud.
Because other voices want you to be quiet, and then
why? Why am I gonna be quiet?
Well, because it's antagonistic to the things that are good, because it's still good and evil in the
world.
Fine.
That's fine. And people will hear the argument that they're.
And so it's good to not be quiet. Now you're pushing out against it.
Yeah, that's good. I see what you're saying now. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I kind of go on a weird tangent.
I got you. No, that was good. Okay, I caught on to it.
Yeah.
So that's just your vision for the next couple of years in your life. Just keep serving God.
Yeah, because I mean, the only consistent thing will be my own family is the church. There'll be a church in my life somewhere. There'll be a church back home, or there'll be a church on the way. Anywhere you go, any country you go to, there's a church, a Christian church, anything like that. So first thing, another thing. I mean, one of the other main things I got to do when I get to Vietnam is also find. I'm gonna build my base again. So I got to find places I'm gonna go to on Sundays, or faith is going with me regardless. Whether I'm just there with my Bible or I'm there at a church, faith is going with me regardless. And so I think that's the big plot there.
Yeah. That's good. It's a good way to connect to local community too.
Yeah.
A lot of people that want to show you things. And
yeah, man. Like I met friends through church. I went through here, man. Like my great friends, man. Like Pierce. Pierce is awesome. I met him through church, man. Like me and him did everything together. Now we met Caleb. Caleb's big, Pierce from.
I just met from the coffee shop.
Yeah, and then then you find out that Caleb's awesome. Christian love God, and so like you just meet like-minded people very easily. And so that's what the goal is to do out there, is to find expats or people that are traveling abroad that have the same mindset and the goal set, Yeah,
and those are great people. I feel like they all have that kind of just pioneer mindset, go out, take risks. And
yeah, this is good too. Like y'all, for instance, like y'all are starting your social media platforms, y'all doing that. We all have the same mindset, so even to talk to y'all, it's a little bit easier to talk to somebody else because now we don't have anything much in common. We're able to talk to y'all about, like the podcast or videos, or like we can critique it, because we're going to critique each other's videos. We're going to let each other know like, how we could have done this better. Your text is a little wonky or something like that. It can be really anything, but we'll take constructive criticism. So like, having like-minded people is so much easier to do that kind of stuff with, So
well, it's like super important nowadays because everyone's getting more separated because social media. It's like the loneliest generation, they say, or whatever.
Yeah, but, I mean that's another thing I got to get used to. Because I'm 26, I'm single. You're 38.
Two.
You're single, but you're okay with it, right? You're not worried about. You're not stressing about finding a significant other. I'm not stressing about finding a significant other. I know God's plan for me will put it in my life whenever it's due. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm gonna be in the dating game, but I'm not gonna be like that's my entire life is a dating game. But I know eventually, through Christ or however he wants to do it, it'll be provided for me. So I'm not stressing about my life, and I think it's a big thing in America. American social norm is being married at like 30, having a kid, starting a family, buying a job, good job. All this stuff is like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a weird part in history here too, so it's also just not normal. Yeah. Everything's not normal here.
In Iraq, man, they don't leave the house until they're like 20, 25. They're married already because it's just
kind of add on.
It's financially they do add-ons to their houses. It just financially makes more sense to stay with your parents. Yeah, it's more normal over there. To stay with your
I think it used to be
on.
normal here, like back in the day, probably before industrialization, stuff like that. Like even like a cousin lived out south of here and in the country, and the parents have a bunch of land, and his sister got married, and then they just built a house next to their house, and then.
Awesome.
That's their plan, is to try to get like some other lines and stuff going on the property so they can build another house. And
that family's gonna thrive because it's a giant like hive mindset. I think like bees, man. They're all support the same thing.
Grandparents live next door. The kids go over there and play, and
they all love you, and so they all want the same thing for you. And so like, it's not a bad thing. You leave at 18, you become independent. But like when I left at 18, man, like I was so independent. I didn't need anything. I was struggling though financially. I was making like $2,600 a month in the military. It wasn't the greatest, but like. Financially, I was struggling. It's not a fun feeling to struggle when you're this young. That's kind of one of the reasons I want to leave to Vietnam because I don't have to struggle anymore.
Same.
I mean, like I have to wake up every day. I got to pay $1,600 for rent and utilities. Man, that's not fun.
It's hard.
I mean, that's a third of my paycheck right there. Just paying for rent and utilities. I mean, I didn't even stay in my house that long. I'm at work third of the day. So this is a different mindset in different countries like that. It's cool.
It was hard. I don't know, like, if he feels the same way, but at least speaking for me, like, when we were, like, because we're around the same age. I'm 24, he's 26. It was, like, the jump. So, whenever we first graduated, we get our own place or anything, and then COVID happened. So, everything, like, doubled in price just within, like, 2 years. So,
yeah.
I remember looking at houses. They were still, like, 100K, 200K over here. I mean, now that's just not it's not realistic. So, I feel like, for me, that's one of the reasons I want to leave, too, is because to actually enjoy my life, be able to, not struggle like he said. Because even right now, I'm making good money, but it's like the whole scene has changed in America. So I think more young people in general want to
having a chance
get
to
out of here,
save money and reinvest.
We're not living the same life that our grandparents lived. They could live great.
Even how you grew up, honestly,
yeah,
it's completely different. Because at least you could still have, like when you were 19, 20, still have an apartment that was 500, 700.
At that time.
If I was staying in the States, man, I'll definitely live away from the cities. Like Oklahoma, cheap. It's cheaper. Sorry, not cheap. Cheaper, it's like cheaper.
Was
like
cheap.
Nebraska.
Even then, everything's getting expensive.
I mean, Oklahoma, I could buy a house up there and land for like $250,000. Here in Texas, $250,000, I'm getting a shitty house. Like I'm getting a shitty house here in Texas for $250,000. No land, nothing like that. But Oklahoma, my dad bought a land up in Oklahoma. He bought 3 acres and a mobile home, $40,000. Are you kidding me? Where are you going to find that here in Texas, man? Like, nowhere. You live on the boondocks, to get that kind of stuff. But it was awesome, though. He lived like an hour from the city. Good set, good area. I mean, he's awesome. He's living it up there.
I think people are like young people. They're tired of it. They want to get out of here.
Yeah, our government.
Or at least some people I even talk about.
It's just
people are more open to it.
Yeah, I went to California, man. $6 of gas in California. $6. I make $20 an hour. That means just to get to work, man. I spend 15 minutes of my life to pay for the gas to get to work.
That's crazy.
That's insane, man.
I don't know how they survive.
How is that livable? How's that livable? Yeah, I'm not living in 1940s where I can get 50-cent Cokes and shit like that. Quarter Cokes, whatever it is, man. It's just
$7,000 house.
Yeah. Blow some dust on it and pay for it. Yeah, different world. I don't want to live here. I'll live here. If I lived here, man, I'd make a good living. I'd make $25-$30 an hour to make an okay living.
More. Yeah.
Well, that's like above water and you're able to do some weekends. Yeah, but I mean, but like over there, man, I'm paying $2 for food. Here I'm paying $15.
Quality too.
Quality food.
No GMOs, no nothing preservatives.
Yeah, that's awesome. Man. They literally came from their kitchen little vegetables, man.
Everything's organic. For you have to pay organic here. Everything's gonna be.
Yeah, you want a farmer's market? You're paying like $8 for a gallon of milk. Like, what the heck?
Not real organic either.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's
just marketing.
It's FDA standards, so it's organic. So it's like, yeah.
That's another thing. You'll probably just get healthier just by eating the real food over there.
Yeah, the vegetables and all the
walking around.
Yeah, walking is a big one.
Sunshine.
Yeah, sunshine.
The beach city.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Literally the whole beach. Yeah.
That was one you recommended to me, even right considering.
Da Nang, yeah.
Thanks, good.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. You watch the videos because like a lot of Asian people they don't like the sun because they don't want to get darker. So it was like this tall building that had a shadow over the beach, and all the Vietnamese people were over there.
Yeah.
And the tourists are in the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's why the Filipinos and stuff they wear like long sleeves and they ride the motorcycles.
Okay, I was thinking not Filipinos. It was Vietnam. They were on like hot days. They wear like long sleeves
Because they don't want to get darker, or sometimes just sun protection.
I heard that the mask because like the air quality is not that great over there.
Well,
especially near mopeds.
It's not always like so bad, but it's like when you're riding around motorcycles and you're open air all the time. It helps.
Yeah. So, wish I goes out there. I'm not too sure just yet.
Yeah, you want to wrap it up?
Wrap it up. Let's see.
Yep.
Let's if I got something.
Time we got.
Hour and a half right now.
Hour and a half.
Okay.
Wow.
So we got
I thought we were like 45 minutes.
That goes by quick. We usually yap for like 2 hours.
I was enjoying the conversation. I was like, man, I wish I could join in on that. Good stuff, man. Just learning good stuff.
We're thankful that
This guy's
first
talking.
major production with what's your name?
Don.
Don. Thank you to Don, y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, first production team.
our
Don, let's
production
go.
team today, Don. Because usually we just put it up in like our room and then just freestyle it. So we'll definitely bring some people back.
No, y'all,
We really like the. It's right. Well, he has an apartment right here, so we usually just do it there.
Yeah.
So we'll bring some people back, different type of people, people that have businesses, obviously people that are competing in our sports. We'd love to see that. People just doing crazy things. I mean, that's mainly what this is about. Like I said, just challenging yourself. And I'm young. I always try to learn from the guest, of course, and or you're the first guest, but I learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
I haven't really known you for that long, but it was definitely cool hearing your story and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I'm really grateful for having you on.
Of course, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, same here.
Any final thoughts on your end?
Final thoughts. I think you should have a good mindset for going in, especially when you're going for a long time. I think that's the most important part. Not like knowing a whole lot of stuff going in. I mean, like, of course, like,
Send it.
don't show up with no visa in Vietnam and then have to
Yeah, figure it out on spot.
figure out on the spot, or if they're like, oh, we gotta put your dog down or something.
No, I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving. You have to kill me before you kill my dog. All right.
No, it won't be like that. But other than like logistic stuff, I think just like going in and just have an open mindset. Different countries will feel different too, because sometimes they look similar, but they're like different worlds sometimes too. Like Malaysia, Indonesia, people think they're similar because they got similar language and food and stuff, but they're like two different worlds when it comes to people. Indonesians like you have to lock your door to make friends versus Malaysia. It takes 6 months. You kind of get acquainted with people before you really make friends.
Yeah.
Because it's a little more, I don't know, a bit more like here, I guess. Just like Western-ish mindset in some ways.
That'd be cool.
Singapore would be a little bit like that, but just like learning to problem solve, I guess too. It's just like on the spot, just through experience, making friends, and then taking risks to like talk to different people. Have some weird interactions sometimes, or some funny ones, or some say, "Oh, I wish I did talk to this guy," because now he's like one of those. Maybe you're in a tourist spot. There's a guy in India. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a tour guide," and like force take you on like a walk through the spice market or something like that. And we didn't ask him to come with us. We're just walking ourselves. And he's trying to get money out of it. She's just walking and talking. And
I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought about doing something like that. I thought about paying someone like the daily wage and just taking them from work for the day and like, hey, show me your life. Like, show me something.
we look at that.
It'd be so fucking, it'd be crazy.
In Japan, they have you can buy like your grandpa for a day, stuff like that, and they just follow around
Just
Tokyo.
rent a friend, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You might have to find someone not from last.
How you just find friends, honestly.
Yeah.
Or you go find some uncle at a mechanic shop, work with him for a day or something.
Right. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's really nice guys. Yeah. Like, yeah, a mechanic we had a good relationship with, we were friends with, and I lived in Malaysia the whole time. That's who I went to for 3 years,
That's good.
But anyways, you want to close this out?
Yeah, well, like I said, thank you, Matt. Do you want to shout out your social media and everything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Alex's.
I mean, we don't have that many viewers, but people could go
It's
back.
good. It's good.
People
It's good
could
to come
go back
to
and
it,
look
man.
at it, you know?
Yeah, this can be Alex's Bumpy Road on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Alex's Bumpy Road.
No Instagram yet.
That's
YouTube.
It's all
Oh,
there.
It's all of them. Okay.
TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Oh, sweet.
Alex's Bumpy Road.
amazing. Well, I'm Neiko,
I'm Caleb.
and this is
Freakin
Podcast.
podcast.
We're all good. Come get some lunch.